Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Supernatural. I really loved the last episode, even though it was a little bit like standalone, but that doesn't bother me so much because, I mean, I do love a good running plot throughout a season, but when a standalone episode I feel like is really good, I don't really mind it. So whatever this next one is, I don't know if it's gonna be plot oriented or not, or what's going on, but I'm really excited nonetheless. Let's get into it. Oh shit. Dogs? What? Oh, he dropped his guitar. That's when you know it's serious.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
What happened? Talk to me. Don't you tell me.
Whoa!
But anyways, whatever they are, they're big, nasty.
Yeah, I bet they could hump the crap out of your leg with that one, huh? What, they could?
Oh,
So,
Gene.
how 10 years ago he's working as a bartender at this place called Lloyd's. But overnight, he gets this huge commission and he starts designing. He starts designing the most ingenious buildings. To have that kind of talent, why? Why just throw it away?
Secretary's name is Carla. She's 23, she kayaks, and they're real.
You didn't happen to ask her if she's seen any black dogs lately, did you?
Every complaint called in this week about anything
Damn.
big, black, or dog-like. There's names and calls and all.
She got the position 10 years ago?
Huh. An overnight success 10 years ago.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Uh-huh.
Lloyd's Bar.
Aha! Look at this. Hotel room or motel room. One of those. No thank you. What the hell? Wow, that is a bar out in the middle of nowhere.
See about the death center to you?
Interesting.
That doctor lady, wherever she's running, she ain't running fast enough.
Oh. Uh-oh. There's a window though. Are they gonna come through the window? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I knew it! I knew it, I knew it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. Not the best way to, oh no, wow, not the best way to go. Mm-mm.
Holy.
Holy? Guess again.
I want you to make me the best blues man ever lived.
If that's what you want.
Do we shake on it?
Are they aware that like their time comes eventually? Which is I'm assuming what happens. They get the success that they want and then the day of reckoning happens or whatever you want to call it.
This guy probably summoned the thing. We'll go see if anyone inside knows him. If he's still alive.
Maybe this place is full of babes and Princess Leia bikinis. No, I'm just saying, this guy's got one epic bill come due. Look, at least he asked for something fun. Usually when you want to keep something evil out, you go for the salt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about this?
Of course not.
Are you You boys think you know something about something, but not goof with us? But sometimes a person makes their bed and they just got to lie down in it. This architect, that doctor lady, I kept up with them. They've been in the papers. At least they got famous.
Who else, George? Come on, think.
Damn.
Hudson. Evan, I think. I don't know what he asked for. Don't matter now. I brought it on myself. I brought it on them. We can't just get out.
Oh.
I got work to do. I'm tired.
Wow. Oh my god, this guy. He played quite an asshole on Bates Motel.
I'll miss you.
Better.
I know her too. But,
You know I love you, right?
uh-oh.
Forever.
Yeah, he knows he's about to die.
Of course. Evan, are you okay? Hey, sweetie.
That is so unsettling.
I love you too.
Oh, shit.
You ever been to a bar called Lloyd's? Would have been about 10 years ago. Come on, we're not demons.
Wow. He shut that door quick.
Please,
Okay.
don't
Okay.
hurt me. We're not gonna hurt you, all right? We're here to help you.
We know all about the genius deal you made.
What? My wife.
Right, getting the girl. Well, that's worth the trip to hell for.
Dan, stop. No. He's right, I made the deal. Julie was dying.
You did it to save her?
Oof.
Did you ever think about her and all this?
I did this for her.
You sure about that? I think you did it for yourself. So you
Oh.
wouldn't have to live without her. But guess what? She's gonna have to live without you now.
Oh, Dean.
Okay, that's enough. You know,
Dean.
sit tight, all right?
Projecting your own stuff, but oh, I feel bad.
I'm gonna go to the crossroads and summon the demon.
Summon. Are you nuts?
Maybe a little.
I'm not letting you summon that demon.
Why not?
Because I don't like where your head is at right now. That's why not.
Yep.
You know, you've been on edge ever since we found that crossroads, Dean, and I think I know why.
We don't have time for this.
Dad.
It fits, doesn't it? I'm alive. Dad's dead.
Yeah.
Yellow-eyed demon was involved. What if he did? What if he struck a deal?
Yeah.
Just keep him alive, okay?
No, okay, but I'm worried that he's gonna try to make a. Dean is gonna try to make a deal that the other way around, and like I don't think John would want that. Ay, Dean. I'm nervous for you, sweetheart.
So, what brings a guy like you to a place like this? I know all about you, Dean Winchester.
Oh, great.
What are you offering?
Me.
Dean,
Well, well, well.
I don't
You
like
sacrifice
this.
your life for someone else's. Like father, like son.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Come on, I do, he doesn't need to hear that. I mean, look, he wants to know, but like he did it.
The devil's trap? You've got to be kidding me.
What?
Uh-oh.
Hear that? Right outside the door.
Oh, so only the person being hunted hears it? Or maybe not. Seems like Sam hears it. Never mind.
I should rip you limb from limb.
Oh,
Your best shot.
let's not do that.
Because your misery is the whole point. It's too much fun to watch. Knowing how your daddy died for you.
Oh.
You're all lit up with pain.
Oh.
I loved you so much. And it's all your fault. You blew it, Dean. I could have brought him back.
No, don't say that.
See ya, Dean. I wish you a nice, long life.
Fuck. He did not need to hear that. You're fucking annoying. very protective of Dean's mental state right now. Oh my god, did Dean make a deal? Did Dean make a fucking deal? Dean? Oh no!
John, Dean, Sammy, the Winchester boys all reunited. So we'll just set things straight. Put
No.
things back in their natural order.
No, let's not trust this
And get 10
bitch.
extra years on top.
You think you could? Throw in a set of steak knives?
Okay, Dean. Okay, Dean.
Dean?
I'm proud of you.
You're really trying.
I feel like he's gonna get knocked out of the circle, you know what I mean? Oh, maybe not. If they can't enter.
Oh, you're just gonna go on a little trip? Way down south.
Oh,
Evan, think of
shit.
that.
Oh, shit.
What the hell was that for?
Sealing the deal. My word is my bond.
Oh, really?
It is
Wow.
when I make a deal. You should have made that deal. See your poor daddy, hear the sounds he makes because he can't even scream.
But I sent you back there.
How did I get here?
Holy shit, that was a lot. I feel really bad if that is true that John is like being tortured. Which I...
Come on. Is that really what you think? How am I supposed to live with that?
I don't know.
You know, the thought of him, wherever he is right now, not bargaining with the damn thing. Not this.
How many people do you think Dad saved? Evan Hudson is safe because of what Dad taught us.
Yeah, because of
That's
the
his
good that
legacy.
you did.
So we gotta keep going. For him. You never considered actually making that.
I bet he definitely did. He's not okay right now. Yeah. I know, Sam. I know. You gotta look out for Dean now. Because he's going through it. He's really going through it. What? Oh my god, there's... Whoa. Is this like a bit... Okay. There were scenes. I normally don't get scenes. Oh god. Was I supposed to watch that? I don't think so. I don't know. Ooh. Oh. Troubles of reacting sometimes. Okay. Wow. I really loved this episode. Ooh, I was starting to tear up at the end, but I didn't full on cry. So, you know, I think if the scene went longer, I probably would have. All right. So many interesting things that I wanted to touch on in this episode. The first thing that I find it really interesting whenever this show or various shows that I watch, honestly, kind of talk about, so to speak, people who have, you know, made their bed and now they need to lie in it. Where I always find it really interesting where the line of forgiveness, the line of trying to help, even if they did something wrong or even if they did, you know, made this deal. That, as soon as that was kind of becoming clear that these people made a deal to get success, and then like however long later, you know, 10 years later or whatever, like how that, you know, that they get dragged to hell or killed or whatever it is. You know, what is it worth it? And is it was really interesting before we heard the last guy's what he wanted, what he made the deal for. But it was really interesting up until that point. It was interesting after that point, but it was interesting up until that point to kind of see the different reactions between Sam and Dean. Sam still had some empathy. Dean a little bit, but there was definitely, it was really interesting because Sam did have that sort of sympathetic, even though these people did make a deal with the devil or whatever you want to call it, these are still people and they don't really deserve this end. We've all made mistakes, and if a day of reckoning came for every single person's mistakes, then that would really suck. Nobody's perfect, right? And in that sense, in this thing, I kind of do sort of, I'm kind of a little bit with Sam on that, where it's like, obviously there are some things that are unforgivable. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every single, there are some truly terrible people out there and everything like that. So get what I'm saying when I say that. But I do think that it is kind of interesting that Sam did have such a big amount of sympathy for these people, because he's like, yeah, they made a deal and obviously they got, whereas Dean did have a little bit of the mentality. Now he's going through a lot right now, but up until that point, Dean did have a little bit of a mentality of like, you did this. You were fully aware of the consequence. I think they were fully aware of the consequences. Did they? I forget if they really showed that, but I think that they were fairly aware of the consequences and what that meant at the end of the day. So Dean had a little bit of a harder time feeling as much empathy as Sam did in this episode. Obviously, still a lot of other things going on. I'm going to get to that in a second. But up until that point, I found that so interesting. And I wanted to ask you guys how you feel, or how you think you would feel in that situation. Would you still really want to help them, or would you be a little bit more? I mean, Dean was obviously on board to helping them as well, but he definitely, it seemed like there was a little chip on his shoulder. It was a little something that he was kind of like, listen, you did that. Now, obviously, it's very, it's a can of worms for Dean when it comes to deals, so to speak. So, obviously that's coming from sort of a different place for him. But I'm just wondering in general how you guys think you would have felt. Would you have been like, hey, listen, that's there, or do you think you would have tried to help them? I just find that really interesting. Okay, let's get into everything going on with Dean. And, obviously it struck a chord right there. A lot of the people before, the last guy, Evan, I want to say Evan, the last guy, they kind of made deals about, money or talent, or I want to be, whatever it is. Whereas maybe possibly a more selfish reason, whereas he made the deal for his wife. And so that kind of just strikes a chord in Dean. I loved seeing that. I think this was a very well executed episode because of this, it really struck a chord with Dean in the sense of, he automatically kind of latches on and sympathizes with the wife. Says, she didn't ask you to do that. You don't know what you're going to do to her after you leave and get dragged. What if she finds out, or where you are, or what's going on? I don't know if they get killed or actually put into hell. Which I assume are very different things. I believe that they get put in hell. Believe that was said, but I'm not remembering correctly. But how is she supposed to deal with that? Obviously, this hits very close to home, especially after this episode for Dean, because, this bitch, I don't know, kind of is like, saying that John is tortured, or like whatever sort of, he's going through his own thing. I don't really know, I don't really know if we can trust exactly what she says, but it wouldn't really surprise me if he was, living an eternally painful existence. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Oh my God, where was I going with that? Oh, sometimes I lose my train of thought. But you know, like Dean is kind of like, now I have to deal with the fact, I have to deal with the guilt on my shoulders at all times that my dad is just in this state because of me. Now, I do believe that, you know, particularly a father, questionable as some of his decisions are or were with John, you know, a father would want to endure like almost anything for their son, and you know, I do believe that. But I do think that there is a really important thing to talk about. How does this fuck up Dean? Especially seeing as, you know, like I feel like Dean is always kind of really okay, this is I don't know how to say this correctly, but he holds his dad in a high regard. Ish, like, because obviously I think that like Dean is also very aware of maybe some of the things that his dad has done that maybe has maybe hindered his growing up and all of that, obviously. But you know, I think it became very clear that all he really wanted is the family to be together, and we have established that Dean is a protector by nature. He is a protector. He is not comfortable being the protected. It's like, I feel like the worst thing, genuinely the worst thing that could ever happen to Dean, well, maybe not, one of the worst things, I'll say that could ever happen to Dean is if like Sam sacrifices himself for him. Whoo, he would go to like crazy town, like one-way ticket, here we go, because it's just, he really genuinely does not feel comfortable with people, you know, making that type of sacrifice for him, because it's in his innate nature to be the protector. He is I'm gonna protect you, and even though the conventional roles say the dad needs to protect the son, Dean is still not comfortable with it. That doesn't make him automatically just comfortable with it. He is having a really, really hard time thinking that somebody made this sacrifice for him. And, you know, I think if you know, when he kind of talks to, or I think if Sam were to kind of, maybe I'm reaching, I don't know, but like I think Sam would say like, well, of course we love you too. That doesn't mean that you're the only protector. Like we care about you too. I think you know, that's kind of maybe Sam's mentality. Like, oh, of course, you know, somebody would sacrifice themselves for you. And think about the first thing that Sam said, or one of the first things that Sam says is like that guy is alive because of what dad taught us, but also because of you. Because of you. You did that. You being in this world is a good thing, because you have this innate want to protect and to help people. And I love that I hope throughout this season we're going to see Sam kind of help Dean sort of realize that slowly but surely. Because I think Sam sees it. You know, he sees it. But I think guilt is a hard thing to overcome. You cannot, it is so difficult. It is so difficult to try and just get above that. I think it can be harder to overcome than a lot of other like pain, and in my own opinion, because once you feel like you, and I don't think Dean's at fault, and I think in his mind, he feels fault. He feels a lot of things, you know, like I should be dead and he should be alive, and he feels guilt about that. I think when you feel that, it's hard to get yourself out of that, because you don't really want to, because you feel like I should feel like shit. I should feel like shit. My dad is in all sorts of pain, maybe, because of me. I just, you know, and I think it's going to be a really, really long journey for Dean to feel okay. And I think Sam sees that. Sam's observant with this right now. He sees it. He's like, did you try to make a deal? Like that, as soon as Dean was like, I'm going to go trap this, when they were in the house and Dean was like going to go off, the first thing both me and Sam were like, no, you're not. Excuse you. You are not in the mental state for this, sir. Like, it's just so worrisome because you don't know what he is, so kind of guilt-ridden by this thing that of course it makes sense that he would go and try to make a deal and say, hey. But I love that he did end up kind of like trapping her and all of that, and that it didn't really, because also like we don't know too much about these deals, right? I mean, maybe you guys know because of you've seen more, maybe, I don't know. But like, we don't know that much about these deals that like that I trust this bitch, that I trust what she says. I don't, every single thing that she could be saying could be a fucking lie. Facts. So, like, let's not just go willy-nilly trying to make deals when we don't really know what everything about that, right? In my opinion. Anyway. That was good. Great insight. Absolutely amazing insight into Dean. I loved getting into that because we've focused on that a little bit in this first half of the season, Dean's mental state and how he's feeling. And obviously he opened up to Sam quite a few episodes back, and we live for it. We live for the opening up of Dean. But I think that this episode actually put a really, really great spotlight into how he's feeling, what the guilt is, what the burden feels like on his shoulders, that he feels like he should not be around, and he feels guilty about that. Whew, loved it. This was such a good episode. Oh, I am loving this season so much, guys, like so much. This is really good. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.